Hi, everyone. I'm Ben Smith, and I've spent more than 15 years leading IT projects and programs. And I've learned that most projects don't struggle because of bad teams, they struggle because project managers are buried in administrative work. We've all been there, chasing people for updates, digging through emails and Teams chats to find a decision, manually updating RAID logs, trying to remember which risks need attention, and spending hours every Friday building a status report the leadership reads in 5 minutes. Well, I built the RAID boss because I believed AI should do that work for us. Instead of being just another tool you have to update, the RAID boss continuously monitors your project, identifies risks and bottlenecks, drafts RAID items from plain English, generates executive ready status reports in seconds, and lets you ask questions about your project, just like you're talking to another team member. The goal isn't to replace the project manager, it's to give every PM an AI partner that handles the busy work so that you can focus on leading the project. Let me show you how it works. Today's demo will primarily be focused on highlighting the key features and functionalities of the RAID boss. I'll dig deeper into each of the individual modules in future videos. First thing I'd like to show you is I am logged in as Ben Smith, and I'm under the Cloud Migration Test Demo project. You can see that the dashboard view has many cards here available at the very top. Open risks, open assumptions, open issues, open dependencies, open actions, and also open decisions. You can click on each of these individually to bring up the full detailed list of those filtered rate items. These are the four risk items that were highlighted in the dashboard card. So going now back to the dashboard, here at the top you have the Generate Status Report button. So this is a weekly executive status report that actually covers the last 7 days of any RAID activity. And by clicking on this, again, as I mentioned earlier, this generates in seconds a full detailed status report of where we're at for the current week. You can actually download it in a PDF format, you can send it via email, or you can copy and paste it and put it into a separate email. We also have the steering committee summary, which is a one-page summary that includes only the critical information that a steering committee or executive leader would need to know. The overview, obviously, where we're at, the go live, and how many days are remaining for the project to be completed, any top open risks, any key decisions, and any slipping actions, obviously, are highlighted here. Again, this is just a brief one-page summary for executive leaders. You also have the option here for more reports. Again, in future videos, I'll dig deeper into each and every one of these. We do have overdue actions, owner workload, trend and burn down, the risk register report, and then the mitigation plan report. So going back now here to the view of the dashboard, we do have a risk heat map that is easily accessible, showing all the different key high-level risks that are open, the impact and the probabilities, with full details down here below, which are clickable to get more information. And then you'll see over here to the right, we have the AI Insights panel. This panel obviously is generated automatically by AI, and this tool obviously can bring up additional information by clicking on it. Going back to the dashboard, you can see that there is a tooltip right here that talks a little bit about these specific items are alerts that were generated from the AI Risk Monitor. This is something that runs overnight. Every 6 hours, actually, it alerts and stay into this queue until dismissed for 7 days. You can clear them all, or you can clear them individually. At the very bottom of the dashboard, we have the project health board. Going next to the morning briefing section, this is where a PM would focus on early in the morning when they come in, and they'll see the specific alerts that have been generated from the overnight jobs that have run, what AI actually flagged, what specific risks have been auto analyzed, any draft emails that need to be sent out for review, and then a list of any overdue items. Again, these are all clickable to bring up more information. Next, we'll go to the RAID log. The RAID log obviously continues to show all of the specific open and or closed items. Currently, I have this filtered by any open RAID items. You can create new items by clicking on the new entry button here. Add detailed information here for any RAID item. You can add here any specific information just by typing it, or you can use the microphone and speak into it, and AI will automatically analyze and generate RAID items based on your suggested entries. This button over here, the ingest button, you can take any email thread or any meeting transcript, plug it into here, optionally put any title meeting or any meeting date, and AI will automatically analyze and generate the appropriate RAID items for your assigned project. So the RAID log does have a Kanban board view, which is helpful for easy access to move RAID items status into other statuses, from open to in progress to closed, and so forth. So going now back to the table view, you can see down here, again, I'll highlight most of these AI features and functionalities in later videos. Specifically, this item right here, if you click on this risk entry, it opens up an AI risk analysis page. Now this pop-up is done automatically by AI. You can actually create RAID items and RAID entries based off of the analysis that was done for that risk item. For these RAID items, automatically overnight job runs and will assign these owners based on the individual team members currently in the project, and it'll also assign a suggested due date. They can be easily changed here by going through the drop down and choosing other team members, and also easily accessible and able to change status of those RAID items. Going now down to the schedule. The schedule is a easily accessible calendar for access to all the open items, next 7 days items, or anything overdue. It'll highlight these items and give you the appropriate due dates. Also a timeline view. This is anything overdue, all highlighted in red. Nothing is due today specifically for this project. And there's 4 items that are due in the next 7 days. So this is a good schedule view of your current project. Next up is the cutover and go live section. This is the planner. I won't go into a lot of detail here. That'll be upcoming in a future video. But this is where a project manager will utilize this planner for the cutover weekend for when we go live. This will help determine if we are ready or not ready to go live with the project. Next up, we've got the My Assignments. My Assignments is obviously only anything that is currently assigned to you. I have actual 3 projects that I'm currently working on. So this is split up by individual projects. You can also view it in a Kanban board. And you can open them by clicking on here, editing the full details, adjusting the status, adding notes, and so forth. And lastly, I'm going to talk about project settings. This is where AI comes in very handy, because AI, during the kickoff process of a project, as long as you enter all the necessary and required information, AI is going to analyze this project information and generate all of the appropriate initial kickoff RAID entries. Up to about 14 RAID entries will automatically be generated based on the title of the project, the description and objective of the project, and what all is being requested for this specific project. Here we go. The tooltip here explains a little bit about what you should enter in under the description and objective text box, and also the industry, team size, timeline, and tech stack are optional fields here to enter more information. Again, as much information entered as possible so that the AI kickoff suggestions are more accurate. Down here, the RAID vocabulary. By default, you've got a risk, assumption, issue, and dependency checked by default. And then you also have the ability to, when you create a project, to add actions, decisions, and also change requests. And then lastly, you pick a goal deliverable date, and then you create a project. So our next video, I will actually walk through a project creation from beginning to end and show how AI will actually create the kickoff and recommended RAID entry items automatically. And then I'll run through all of the other AI features through the process, and then allow it to run overnight. And then the following video will show what AI picked up. Hope you all had a great time, and be looking for upcoming videos.